Okay. What do you want?
Well, you, actually.
What? Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Full Up for Modded, a Black Tulip. In the last episode, we made our way here over to the Slows to find Riley, and yeah, we're here. We talked to some people, and we met Mason. He is kind of the mayor of the Slows, and now we are ready to mingle and get behind the missing person, Riley.
What?
Okay, resident, he will not say anything. Workshop terminal, terminal link. Cool. Current inventory, turret placements. Ah, okay. So, yeah, we need to ask around the slopes. Hello, Bones.
Water and turrets. Not a good mix.
Okay. We already spoke to Fred, so he was a very big help. So let's check out what else is up here. No one, okay. So then, let's check out him. Hello, Ian.
What brings you to our beautiful town then?
I'm looking for someone.
I'm looking for someone.
Why? No, I don't know anybody named Riley. Trader, huh? There's a few guys I've sold to that look like your man. Trouble is, all my records were kept on my bot, which, as you can see, is foobar. Fucked up beyond all repair. I wonder who did that then, eh? Buggering up the lieutenant. Hey! I know you're the one who nicked Penelope! Give her back! I've no idea what you're talking about, mate. Anyway, you're not supposed to be shagging robots. It's no good for you. I never... I'm gonna find out what you did to her, Ian. Mark my words. What's that? I can't hear you over all that oil in your lips. What a daft.
Just a sec. I think because of the water. That's better. What happened?
What happened?
Someone messed with the lieutenant here. I don't know exactly what he did, but now it's no working. Of course, I don't have any proof, so Mason's no willing to get off his arse and do something about it. I don't suppose you could take a look at the old fella. Maybe he can help you lot find this bloke you're after.
How's a robot going to help us?
How is a robot gonna help us?
Like I said, he's got a record of all my customers. If there was someone looking like the boy you're buying the stuff off it, you'll know. I don't suppose you're a whiz at fixing robots by any chance.
Oh, I can try.
There's gotta be some way to prove it was him.
Nah, he's a sneaky wee bastard. No one saw him do it, and now he's just keeping quiet, isn't he? Either way, I don't suppose you're a whiz at fixing robots.
I don't know a thing about robot repair.
I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Well, it was worth a shot. So, you trading then or what?
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Well, let me put it this way. Everybody wants a roof over their heads, right? Well, we've got the biggest fucking roof in the Commonwealth. The walls could be further apart, sure, but can I complain about the roof? Anyway, you looking to trade or what?
Do we have a... Oh, so what's your story?
So, what's your story?
Oh, you know, flew here 200 years ago for a wedding. All the flights get cancelled, and then the wedding did. Found shelter in the subway tunnels. I ended up in this beautiful town with this beautiful stall. Speaking of, you gonna buy something or what?
Do we have a Geiger counter?
Do you have a Geiger counter?
No right now, but I've got plenty other things you'll like.
What do you sell
What do you
here?
sell here?
All sorts. Plenty of scrap to be found down here if you know where to look. A real gold mine, some would say.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh, nice. He has a lot of shipments. Bobby pin. Shipment of oil. Oh, he also has ammo. Good for him. You know what? You can have our ammo. Nice.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay, there he is. You see no signs of damage or tampering on this functionless Mr. Gutsy unit apart from a worn-out thruster. Since you see nothing that needs fixing, you realize that there won't be any way to reactivate it. However, someone extremely proficient with robotics could attempt to isolate and expose the robot's sealed data module without damaging it. Any relevant data on that module can now be transferred to a holotape. We don't have robotics. I will not... I know. Let's see... robotics expert. I need intelligence 8. Holy shit. I'm intelligence 3. Yeah, okay. That, that, will be a problem. Okay, no, I don't want to do anything right now. I know, Boobo. Well, do you want to look? No? Okay. Okay, let's lose west. No, we are staying here. Hello.
We've got 2 children of Adam Colts down here. Luckily, they hate each other.
Uh-huh. Good to know, good to know.
Just to be clear, I have never slept with my robot. Ever. Alright?
Hey, this is between the two of you.
Hey, I'm telling you, I've never done it. I mean, how the fuck would I even... Ugh. Forget it. What do you want? Unless you reckon you can help me with that thieving twat over there.
I'm trying to find someone.
I don't know, Riley. I do remember someone asking about a Geiger counter, though. Brown hair, could be about 40. That was ages ago, mind you. Can't remember what his name was. If Penelope was here, she'd be able to help. She's got a record of everyone I've traded with. But McMurray's got a stash somewhere, doesn't he?
Do you have any proof?
Well, no. But he's good at covering his tracks, isn't he? I already asked around. No one saw him do it. And he isn't gonna talk, is he? But if you reckon you can find Penny, I'll throw some caps your way. And she might have the info you're looking for.
Where do I start?
Well, you could try asking around. Didn't get me anywhere, but maybe you'll have more luck. Maybe you could lean on McMurray or something. Otherwise, maybe there's some clue or something around. McMurray sleeps in the west section behind the store. I can't get in there without him watching me, but maybe you'll find something.
This better not be a waste of my time.
I mean, I can't say for sure that she knows this fella. I'm just saying she might. But there's caps in it either way.
I'll see what I can do.
Cheers, mate. She looks like one of those Miss Nannies, but pink. Don't know what that bastard did to her, but she's got to be around here somewhere.
Sounds like we may have another case on our hands.
Okay, we will definitely find her. So, I think we can interview him again
Yes.
about Penelope.
Hi.
All sorts for sale.
Tell me about these robots.
Tell me about these robots.
Oh, so that's what you were talking to the bot fucker about. Guessing he told you I stole his robot too, didn't he? Well, I didn't. Where would I even hide the fucking thing? That didn't stop him from doing a number on my robot, did it? Of course. I ain't got any proof, so Mason's not gonna get off his arse and do something about it. I don't suppose you could take a look at the old fella. Maybe he can help you lot find this bloke you're after.
Never mind.
Suit yourself then.
Yeah. Is she a resident? Yes, she's a resident. Okay. Nice. Let's go. Resident. Hello.
Mason's gotta be losing it if he's letting you stick around. I always figured this place was too good to be true. It was only a matter of time before some asshole like you fucked it up for us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What, you got a brick between your ears? You already forgotten what Mason said? We had it good with Malone and his crew. A tiny bit of protection money and he left us alone. We had the gun store entrance covered, they had Park Street covered. No chance of anyone up top messing with this place when we had the vault batting for us. Hell, we'd have paid even more for that. And now? Now, we got that same vault cutting us off from the tunnels and threatening to gun down anyone they find in there. And you wanna know why? Because people like you just can't mind your own damn business. You always gotta get up to something. You always gotta get involved.
Excuse me, I saved Nick.
Seen people like you before. Get your caps, get your thrills, but to hell with everyone else. Right?
It's not that simple, and you know it.
Who are you talking about?
People like that vault dweller.
Sandra.
No, it's fine. I want her to hear this. See, there's this farm where we lived a couple of years back, west of here, over by a dam next to some railway tracks. 9 of us growing potatoes, mut fruit, that kind of thing. Then one day this fellow shows up, says he's from the vault nearby. Wearing one of those ridiculous jumpsuits. Says he's out looking to make a difference, whatever the hell that means. Asks us who we are, what we're doing there. So we get to talking. Tell him farming's okay, except we've got some raiders camped out on the other end of the dam. Didn't think anything of it other than just telling him what life was like, seeing as he was asking. Next day, we hear gunfire across the river. Then the raiders come marching across the dam, dragging the vault dweller behind them, legs shot to pieces. Said he took out 5 of them before they blew his knees out. Said we were the ones who sent him, so they were here to even the score.
What?
They didn't listen when we told them we had nothing to do with it. Left 4 of us alive. Just pure luck who they picked and who they didn't. Made us watch as they burned the place to the ground. Then they slit his throat and moved on somewhere else. All because he couldn't just stay in that damn vault. And neither could you.
My God. At least we're trying to help people. Can you say the same?
We're not here to cause any trouble.
Point is, whoever this guy is that you're looking for, someone's going to pay for it. They always do. Even if you think you're doing the right thing. But you won't stop because you can't. You need the thrill, or the adventure, or whatever the hell it is. So don't ask us to help you, because we won't. And that's all we gotta say about it.
Look, for what it's worth, I get why you're wary of us with everything going on. But all we're trying to do is find someone who might be in trouble. And even if you don't want to answer our questions, then at least let us
What
know
is
you.
Boobo doing?
We still need supplies, ammo, all that stuff. And I know you don't want to pass up on our caps, right? So what do you say?
Bit of a hustler, aren't you? Can't lie. We could do with the caps. After the lockdown and everything.
Yeah, and why did we have the lockdown in the first place?
Either way, we're the ones who got rid of those guys outside. That's gotta count for something, right?
No harm in trading, I guess. Right?
Fine. We ain't gonna answer your questions, but we've got no problem taking your money.
Thank you.
Not bad.
What kinds of things do you sell?
Weapons and ammo. My wife does armor. After those raiders, we figured we'd learn how to defend ourselves better. And make some caps out of it.
Good for them.
So you want to take a look or what?
Tell me about these robots.
You just can't help yourself, can you? Anything that's going on and you gotta be smack in the middle. Just leave it alone, will ya?
Just tell me where to go and who to talk to.
Hey, your friend is the reason we're even talking at all. Don't push it.
Let's see what you got.
Nice. A lot, but you know what? You can have this.
Bingo.
Okay. By the way, we need to get Boo out of water. Okay, let's talk to his wife.
Hey,
Trading?
please, tell me what you know.
Truly, I don't know anything about this guy. And I don't know if I'd tell you, even if I did. Now, are you here to buy something or what?
Tell me about these robots.
You mean the ones those two down there are arguing about? You really want to get involved in that as well? Look, all I know is what they're saying. McMurray stole Penelope and Griffith smashed up the lieutenant. But I haven't seen anything like that. And honestly, I just don't think either of them would do that sort of thing. Anyway, Michelle and Faisal are the robot experts around here, if anyone is. So, are we trading or what?
Let's see what kind of clothes you got for sale.
Oh yeah, okay. Cute, thanks. Okay,
Dogme. Hey, boy.
let's make a save.
I'm telling you, there's no way this ends well. Yes.
Would you
Yes.
relax, Howie? What's he gonna do? It ain't like he's gonna attack us.
He doesn't have to attack us, he just has to choke us out. If we can't go anywhere, we can't access anything. We're done.
Oh, come on. No way in hell he's got the men to watch all the tunnels.
Didn't you hear them? They're recruiting.
And just who the hell is he gonna recruit?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
Well, look who it is. There's a whole bunch of folks here who want to talk to you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You've got some nerve. Luca Petrelli doesn't send a message like that unless he means it. We're gonna end up fucked because of you.
Oh, come on. As if they'd have known. And I remember you whooping and hollering along with everybody else when you heard what happened to Malone.
Yeah, and I was saying we should have gone straight into the vault and taken it ourselves.
You know how fast Petrelli got in. He'd have killed anyone in there.
Exactly. But we can defend this place. He gotta be crazy to try something here.
He is crazy, that's the problem. And Howard's right. Petrelli's not the kind to just sit around now that he's back in the game. He's gonna want everything. Everywhere we scavenge, every access point to Diamond City and Bunker Hill, everything we need to survive.
That's right. You get rid of one problem, all you're gonna get is something worse.
You really gonna put that on her? Let me ask you something. You know who Luca Petrelli is? Ever heard of him before you got here?
No, never heard of them.
Well, there you go.
That doesn't absolve them of any responsibility. Anyway, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Nick. Mesa was right just now, sticking your nose into everything. Don't you have an off switch or something?
Talk that way to everyone who lends you a hand?
Yeah, you didn't hear Fred just now, did ya? They got rid of Frankie.
Yeah? Why was he out there in the first place?
Exactly. I don't even know why Larson let them down here. They shouldn't be here.
Hell yeah. Let's kick him out.
Jonah, sit down before you hurt yourself.
No, he's got a point. Let's kick them out.
Oh,
Yeah,
screw
get
you,
out of here,
Howard.
Nick.
You'd
Not
still be
gonna
pissing yourself down here wondering when those guys were gonna move on us.
And you'd be happy to get us
Kick
all
him out.
killed.
Shut the hell up, Jonah.
All right, that's enough. I say we put it to a vote. Sound fair? Everyone who thinks Nick and his friends should stay, say aye.
Aye.
Well, that sounds like most of you to me. Looks like you folks are staying. Now you boys set your piece, okay? You want to carry on, you take it outside.
This is a mistake. We're all gonna get fucked, one way or another.
Sorry about that. Been a lot of talk about you and Nick the last few days. But I'm betting you've already been through all of that with Larson. Anyway, welcome to the sluice.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
Just count yourself lucky that the vote went your way. So, what can I do for you then?
I'm looking for someone.
Don't know anyone named Riley. How about you guys? Know anyone called Riley? 40s, brown hair?
No. Where's he from?
Diamond City.
Well, obviously I haven't been there in years. That's gonna be true for a lot of us. Can't say I remember anyone called Riley. It was a busy place back then. Too many people to know everyone by name.
And you get folks coming through, never giving their name anyways. At least not down here. Up top, McCoy checks everyone coming in. But I'm guessing you asked him already. Makes me wonder what name this Riley gave them then.
Yeah, me too. Anything else?
Says his brother was shot. So, what's the story?
His brother, Kyle, was about to kill him because he thought he was a synth. Guards shot him before he had a chance.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I think one of the caravan guards said something about someone turning on his brother in Diamond City. That was a while ago, though. Don't think he mentioned any names or nothing.
So is he?
Huh?
A synth?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. There's something about that city that gets people turning on their neighbors. No more ghouls to point your fingers at, so now you just think everyone's a synth.
That's completely different. Synths are actually a threat. You never know when one of them's going to snap and come after you.
That's exactly what they said about us.
Anything else?
Says he was trading. Copper, vacuum tubes, and a Geiger counter.
Huh. The hell's he gonna do with all that?
Scabbing, maybe? Check the radiation in the tunnels as you go.
By himself? Sorry, Nick. If he's gone and done that, you ain't gonna find him.
Either way, if he was trading, you can try asking at the stalls. Sounds like McMurray and Griffiths might be your best shot.
Just know, they're having another one of their fights over there.
Yeah, we heard all about it.
Well, guess that's all we know. Anything else?
What can you tell me about this gang?
Well, you probably got the gist of it by now. Bunch of thugs clutching their machine guns who've moved into that vault at Park Street. Skinny Malone leaned on us a bit, but truth is, he was asking for so little, it was easier just to give it to him. He knew he didn't have the crew to try nothing else. You ask me, he didn't have the balls for it neither. But Petrelli? That's a whole different story. He's been in the game a long time. Everything from chems to, well, you name it. Had an empire stretching half the wealth. But he disappeared a few years ago. Don't know why. Nobody knew where he went.
Guess he was just biding his time. Got the perfect opportunity when he heard about what happened to Malone. The problem is he's far worse than Malone. Back when he was running things, you'd see bodies strung up all over Boston. Probably doesn't seem like such a big deal now with all the raiders that came in from out west, but back when the Minutemen were around, it was a constant reminder. Anyone who crossed Petrelli didn't do what he wanted, didn't talk to him the right way, or didn't look at him the right way. So, Howard's right about one thing. Petrelli wouldn't have sent those guys for the hell of it. He sends you a message. He means it.
Yeah, but he ain't got the crew he used to. So, I'd say all he's got these days is messages.
Well, let's hope.
Anyway, you got anything else?
Tell me about these robots.
So you got roped into all that, huh? I ain't got a clue what's going on there.
McMurray's saying Griffiths damaged his robot, and Griffiths is saying McMurray stole his, right?
Bunch of Bram and dung, if you ask me. Smashing up a robot without anyone hearing a peep. And this is the lieutenant we're talking
Why
about.
is Caitlin
Would've
standing
cut
on
Griffiths to pieces after the first
standing on
swing.
the table?
How do you hire a robot?
If you know what you're doing, you could deactivate a robot or reprogram one to run away.
You think either of them ever knows what they're doing?
Good point.
That's what McMurray's telling everyone, though. Penelope left because Griffiths was, you know.
If that's true, that's just, well, ugh, I don't know what that is.
All right, let's not get into that. But if she did leave, it would have been through the sewers.
In which case, she could be anywhere. Lordy, there's more than one sewer tunnel connecting into the sluice, and each one's pretty much a crazy maze of its own.
So what do you think happened to the lieutenant?
I don't know. But neither Fred or Michelle were able to fix him, so it's gotta be pretty serious.
Thing is, we need both those robots to scav in the tunnels. So if they really did do this to each other, it's gotta be about the stupidest thing they've ever done. And that's saying something.
Why would they do that?
They're always fighting about something or other. They blame each other for getting on a plane here the day before, you know what. Britain probably didn't fare much better anyway. Funny thing is that if they're both blaming each other, whatever happened to those robots must have happened at the same time. But, again, no one saw anything.
Well, guess that's all we know. Anything else?
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Janice, you know the history better than we do.
Anyone else then I might take that as an insult. Well, I guess you could say the sluice has been here in one way or another for 200, 210 years, whatever it's been. Started out as a bunch of camps all along the tunnels after the bombs dropped. There's a few of us here from back then. Me, Fred, and Bonesy over there with the turrets. Amanda. We're pretty much the only ones who remember what it was like back then. And you're probably going to roll your eyes, and I know Andy will, but the stuff going on now, it isn't anything like what it was then. Back at the beginning. Seeing the whole world turn upside down. Seeing what people were really like when everything changed. All those wires straining to hold us up, snapping away, one after the other, until the whole thing comes crashing down. Seeing people turn feral and then turn into ghouls. Things you never forget. Gunners, the Institute, Petrelli, they've never kept me up at night. Never will.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So, like I said, there were a bunch of shelters and camps down here. You couldn't ever really stay in one place for too long, though. First it was the other camps coming after you, then it was the things coming out of the dark. After a while, people started going back to the surface. So did some of the monsters. Actually got a bit safer down here. People started building more permanent settlements. But it was still just a few tents and bits of scrap. That was the last I saw of it until I went up top and ended up in Diamond City. Then I'm sure you know about what happened with McDonough. We made it to good neighbor, but living under Vic and his gang wasn't much better than living with the bigots. A bunch of us who knew about this place came back, did a deal with the folks already living here, and built up this place to what it is now. Sorry, I know you asked about the sluice rather than a life story, but there it is.
Fred told us a lot of people left for Quincy. Marlo and Ashley and Lloyd.
Yeah. The sluice was just the first place we could go, but it's not for everyone. Marlo was the one who convinced lots of people to start again at Quincy.
And we all know what happened to Quincy.
A good idea at the time.
Yeah.
Wow. Really bringing things down, Janice.
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe it ain't for everyone, but there's plenty good reasons to live here. You got routes to Bunker Hill and Diamond City without bumping into raiders, as long as you know which tunnels to stick to. Scavenging in all the tunnels and subways. At least the ones that ain't already taken over. Plenty of places out there that people ain't been to in years.
It's also cleaner than it used to be with water coming in from the Charles. But still, don't drink anything that hasn't been purified.
Well, guess that's about it. Anything else?
Nice.
Can you help me get the lay of the land of this place?
Sure can. Most of what you need's in the main area here. You got all the traders. Weapons, chems, general goods. Fred's workshop across the way. You got the bar, of course. Drinks down here, rooms upstairs. Talk to Casey if you need to spend the night. Then you got the east and west sections. East is below you with the clinic and hydroponics. Access to Bunker Hill too. West is on the other side if you want to get to Diamond City. That's about it.
Nice.
That's all for now.
Well, later then.
I really like Angie. I did that in the streams as well. Hello, Michael.
Hey.
Howard.
Got nothing to say to you.
Uh-huh. Okay. What is with Hudson? Katie... no, not Katie, sorry. Caitlin. Caitlin, come down there.
This guy you're looking for better not be a synth.
Sounds like you're scared of synths.
No more than I'm scared of radiation or a virus. Some invisible killer ready to tear you to pieces the second you drop your guard. I just prefer we keep our hazmat suits on. Valentine's always been on the level. That's one thing. But someone wearing your friend's face, that's something else. That's how a place like this turns itself inside out. I don't know who this guy is that you're after, but just stay on your guard when you find him. Sounds like his brother had a good reason to turn on.
You know, doesn't have to be. Maybe he was just influenced about everyone else, right? And just imagined things. Okay.
Hey there.
Good luck finding this guy.
Thank you. Rebecca?
Hope you don't have to end up in the tunnels to find this fella you're after.
What do you do here?
Well, at the bar, there's only one thing I do. But if you mean when I'm on the clock, a little bit of scavenging, a little bit of security, a little bit of hunting, but not nearly as good as Howard. Did pick up the settle on one thing, other than having a rifle in my hands, you know? Though it's a damn necessity when you're in the tunnels.
So, tell me about him.
Howard? He's okay. He just gets a little prickly from time to time. But I get it. He's worried about what Petrelli's gonna do. See, the thing about mobsters is, it's all about the talk more than anything else. Just like it was with Skinny Malone. I mean, Petrelli's got a bigger mouth, maybe, but that ain't gonna be enough to control the tunnels.
Can you tell me about them?
They're how we get by. Food, scrap, moving around. It's all in the tunnels. Doesn't mean we don't go up top from time to time, but it's always good to have some cover to come back to. Even if it means listening to Howard complain about something or other.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I'm not as interesting as you might hope. But if you really want to know, my name's Rebecca Owens. Becky, if you like. Been down here a few years. Originally from Salem up north. Used to be one of the safest places in the Commonwealth.
Salem.
Then me and William came back from a trading run one day and found the town crawling with mirelurks. Like an army coming out of the sea. We did what we could, but there were so many and our guns just ran dry. Sometimes you just kinda know when you've been beat, right? Came down south and ended up here. I don't mind saying it gives me satisfaction to be hunting lurks for food in these here tunnels.
William.
William?
Oh, you know, a fella. Guess he probably should be more than just a fella by now. Lord knows we ain't getting any younger. I'm guessing you met Eliza, Larson, and Michelle's daughter up top? Must be nice to have something like that. Anyway, if you want to talk to him, he'll be running security in one of the access tunnels for a few hours. That's why I'm sat here arguing with Howard.
Okay, see you around. Okay, what is with Samantha?
Hey there.
Can do you a Mirelurk egg omelet if you want. Just go talk to Angie.
Yeah, okay. Nice, doggy is playing. Then let's see. Sluice resident, okay.
Hey.
Hello. Can I, you know?
Guess Larson's letting anyone in these days.
Thank you. Oh, there she is. Amanda. Ooh. Ah, here's Casey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Better. Thanks. And sorry about Mason. Everything's just been crazy around here with all this Petrelli stuff. I don't think he meant what he said about not helping people. Or at least I hope he didn't.
Never hurts to help.
Glad you haven't changed. So, do you need a place to stay? We've got beds to rent for the night right here if you want. Maybe not quite as comfy as the Hotel Rexford, but they'll do in a pinch. Or, if you're looking for something that's more permanent, there's a room for sale over by the glowing gutter. That's the other bar, in the east section. Talk to Grace.
Mm-hmm. So what's the story with you and Nick?
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
He helped me out a while back. I know there are a lot of people who want him to stick to Diamond City, but to be honest, I think we could do with this help around this end of the neighborhood, too.
Mm-hmm.
Even without this Petrelli thing.
Come on. Tell me the whole story.
I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. Someone was looking for me, and Nick made sure they didn't. That's about it. So,
Okay.
are you interested in a room?
Not right now. Tell me about these robots.
Tell me about these robots.
You mean Penelope and the lieutenant, right? I don't know anything about that, but honestly, I'm glad if McMurray got Penelope out of here. If it's true, Griffiths was, yeah. I'm glad he got her out. Anyway, you want a room?
I'm looking for someone.
I heard. Riley. Anyway.
We'll talk later.
Sure. See you around.
Yeah, there is definitely a problem with her t-shirt. Because of the replacer. Okay, guys. Nice. Before we end the episode, we are saying hi. The OGs know what will happen. We will talk to Amanda.
Well, look at you. You made quite the impression with Mason earlier. But you are far more interesting up close, aren't you?
Easy there. I just need a little information.
I know you do. I heard you asking Mason about that little lost lamb of yours. Lucky for you, I can help. I just need a little something in return.
Okay. What do you want?
Well, you, actually.
What?
If the rumors are true, you and I are the same age. Which is 21, of course, if anyone asks. And yet, look at you. Ooh, it's like looking into a memory. Back when I had skin like that, lips like that, a nose like that. Well, maybe not quite the same, but close enough. Oh, enough to catch someone's eye. Hold it for those few long seconds. And then make them look away first. But not because they couldn't stand the sight of me. I want to know what that's like again. Let me feel that. Let me feel you. And I'll tell you what you want to know.
Moments like this, I'm glad I'm not made of meat.
You would prefer to wait
Yeah,
downstairs,
about that, Nick.
Valentine?
You'll get no argument from me.
I think I'm gonna go get a drink.
So, do we have a deal?
What do you want from me exactly?
Not much going on behind those pretty eyes.
That's the Amanda I know.
That's all right. We can make do. Oh, I want you to make me feel like me again. Friday night, October 22nd. Dancing to Ray Smith in that club on Tremont Street. Feeling all those eyes on me, knowing there was no way I'd be going home alone tonight. But without being awoken so rudely this time, the next morning, make me feel like a woman again. And I'll tell you what you want to know. Clear enough.
The funny thing is, we couldn't do this first in the streams because I didn't have the perk for it. Because you need a special perk for her to interact with you. And Oscar was so nice to tell me which one I needed. And yeah, I mean, of course I want to know what she knows.
Tell me what you know first.
Oh, I'm afraid not. Do this for me, and then I promise I'll tell you about Riley. And I promise it will be useful.
Is she like pulling our chain? Oh god, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? I have no idea. Okay, all right.
I'll do it.
Love the enthusiasm. How about you start by peeling yourself out of all that gear you're wearing? Let me see that lovely skin of yours.
Okay.
Hey there.
That was something I didn't think I'd ever be doing again. Oh, thank you for reminding me what it feels like to be a woman. Well, more than that, reminding me what it feels like to be human.
Awkward.
Hope it was at least somewhat enjoyable for you, too.
I'm just glad it's over. Yeah, it was perfect.
It was perfect.
My, that tongue of yours. It truly is capable of anything, isn't it?
God.
So, I suppose it's my turn to deliver.
Yes, please.
You want to know about Riley? Well, that young lady with you was right. He is using a different name.
Oh, interesting.
I saw him downstairs some time ago talking to Angie at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine my surprise when I heard him refer to himself as Virgil.
Virgil?
No, I was sure he was that same strange little man from Diamond City. I cornered him afterwards and asked him what his game was. He told me he was undercover on a special mission, and it was imperative I keep his secret. Something about stopping the Institute. Naturally, I couldn't stop laughing, but honestly, it was the most fun I'd had in a while, so I thought, why not? And that was the last I saw of him.
Virgil.
So if you plan to find him, I'd suggest asking around for Virgil, not Riley. That's the name everyone will know him by.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Oh, yes. You are very welcome. Okay, but guys, this is the... Hello, Julia. This is the end of the episode, so thank you for being here as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
No mountains too high, no same old place, trying to make